What's up, world? This is Will Royer here in the Virginia Wayside Furniture studio, and this is 8 at 4, presented by VCU Massey Cancer Center. 8 stories about the people, places, and things you need to know about in the Richmond area. On this episode, we threw a concert, a couple jabs, and some hatchets. Stay tuned. We all love a good bagel. Meet the guy behind Richmond's popular bagel spot in the Fan.
In 2016, things got slow at my old job and I was laid off. And so there was a lot of thinking about what to do next. And I was encouraged that I was to just kind of look at doing my own thing. Already having baked a little bit and enjoying that, it just felt really natural. Took a trip to New York, got inspired for about 2 days, really just to kind of breathe in the bagel air, and then came right back to Richmond, a little bit inspired, and started to make dough. And we started to hash a game plan on how to learn how to make excellent bagels, learn about what Richmonders like for about 6 months to a year. Started a bagel club and baked at home. Just reached out to every last friend and just inviting people into our kitchen to come pick up these crazy bagels that were completely hit or miss. Certainly I felt like there was a void in Richmond that just bar conversation after bar conversation that were like, why do I need to wait until I go to Brooklyn to have a bagel? And I said, okay, well, let's solve that. What we work hard on is a bagel that tears the right amount, where a bagel that is not made the way we make it, that you're going to find in a grocery store, is not going to do that. My starting block for ideas is always, is this going to work? Is this going to be practical? And to me, there was a real void in the market for something that I think would make people happy.
You can see a longer version of our interview with Nate by downloading the Virginia Video Network app on your phone or streaming device. So there's a place in Richmond where drinking beer and throwing sharp objects around isn't just accepted, it's encouraged. We took a trip to Shield and Sheath for 8 at 4 Sports, presented by the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
My name is Joshua. We are at the Shield and Sheath Hatchet House, which is out in Scott's Addition. You see a whole bunch of people. We're throwing hatchets, we're throwing ninja stars, batarangs, steel playing cards, and this is just a real good time. The owner is actually named Tammy Pegg. Her husband goes by the name of The Candyman. Real name is Dan Pegg. He's been doing this for about 10 years. This is a competitive sport. As part of the International Axe Throwing Federation, also known as the IATF. So it's a legit sport. He's been doing this now for roughly about 10 years. And they actually leave in about 2 months to go to the Worlds in the Nova Scotia area. In the world we live in today, you got a lot of things where everybody is just kind of divided. You got this person against this person. You got this group against this group. When you come here, you see we have everybody from all walks of life just having a good time. And in the way the world is, that's kind of what we need right now. We need some place, something that's just gonna bring people together. So why not that be throwing axes, drinking beer, and having some pizza?
The art of boxing may seem dangerous to some, but East End Boxing Club proves that practicing the sweet science can actually boost your well-being.
My name is Elwood Patterson. I'm the owner of East End Boxing Club. I had a group home for kids, and a lot of the kids that came in my program were dealing with more anger issues. So it was about kind of finding other ways for them to channel some of their behavior. We call it behavioral conditioning, where it tackles a whole lot of other components in our gym, on the anger management, structure, discipline. Even for the adults, we have a lot of our clients, the parents come in here as well, because they need an outlet. So we do a boxing cardio class to build up their conditioning, core work, footwork, you name it, we have it here. We have made a large impact on the community. What we created here is a great safe haven for the kids to come to call home. I get phone calls all the time. kids just need someone to just communicate with. And so they use this place as a place where they can come to and release anger. Instead of going out here and picking up a gun, they can come here and release an aggression some other way other than doing that.
PlantHouse brings the community together over drinks and DIY workshops. If succulents and sangria sound like the perfect match, this is the place for you.
Hi, my name's Chloe. We're at PlantHouse Richmond. So this is a terrarium building workshop. Tonight they're working with cactus and succulents to create a really cute little kind of personalized terrarium. We try to have great kind of workshops that everyone is excited about. So we'll have like boozy bonsai workshops. We have like succulents and sangria. We really just have fun here, and so we want everyone else to have fun when they're coming in. A lot of people during the pandemic and during COVID were in their house kind of in this almost stuck, stale environment, and they wanted to kind of have some green, some life, and so I think a lot of people got into plants during that time period. Plants produce oxygen, so that kind of helps bring life into your house, into your home, so major benefits there. It's kind of fun getting to see people make connections. People will be exchanging numbers after the workshop. People are making new friends, so it's, I think, a great opportunity to kind of come in and just have a great evening and definitely just feel some good, immaculate vibes.
Recently, the RTD hosted the second concert in the Live from the Fourth Floor series, and we heard from solo artist Kenneka Cook. The concert was presented by Brown Distributing. Take a look.
Then you think, oh, no, I should have left about an hour ago. No, my friends just walked in, it's about to be a party for sure. No, guys, I really can't stay, I gotta get home. No, did you just say tequila? Ela, Ela. Well, it's getting late and you might concur that it's time to call an Uber. You stayed all night and you had a ball. You made it all the way to last call. Left foot, right foot towards the door. Just make sure you don't hit the floor. Oh, you can see it or you can feel it, 'cause you've been drinking spirits, 'cause you're giddy in your mind. Dizzy, hypnotized. Giddy in your mind. Dizzy, hypnotized. You're giddy in your mind. Dizzy, hypnotized. Giddy in your mind. You better not drink and drive, yeah.
Join us for a riverfront canal cruise to experience one of Richmond's defining assets.
So it's interesting the way the canal moves through the city and sort of opens up the different layers of all the things that we have here, both modern and historical. The canal walk serves as a connection to all those things, whether you want just to ride your bike with your family or have some fun, or use the canal walk as a way to get your kayak back upstream to hit that Class 3 rapid again, or you want to look at the medallions on the canal walk and learn about the history. It's sort of all possible here. It really is Richmond putting its best foot forward, I think, and we're very proud to be involved in any way in making that possible in partnership with the city. On any given lunchtime, you're going to find dozens of people out here on the sort of the lower section of the canal walk down by the Lady Bird Hat Factory having lunch, or just walking around getting a sort of a break from work. We want people to really utilize the canal walk as their own place, as a place that they want to bring their family and show them around. It's an incredible asset, and we're glad that people feel a sense of ownership about it and feel a sense that it's part of their lives as well. The canal itself has an interesting history. It started as a project of George Washington, who wanted to connect the trade and market opportunities of the East with the raw materials and resources of the West. The Canal Walk connects to history, it connects to restaurants, it connects to shopping, it connects to businesses, people that are just have business between one place to another. It connects to so many things. And so not only is it a connection, but it winds up being a beautiful place to spend time in its own right.
See a longer version of our ride along the canal by downloading the Virginia Video Network app on your phone or streaming device. I've had the pleasure of working with the Richmond Night Market for the past few years. I can honestly say it's an open-air paradise for art and culture lovers. Take a look. When I moved to downtown Richmond, I fell in love with the Richmond Night Market.
We are celebrating joy right here on 17th Street Market.
Food, check. Live music, check. Local vendors, check. Richmond Night Market brings the vibes every month to the 17th Street Market. Whenever I'm there, I always feel like I'm a part of something that more people should know about.
Now, it is so important that we continue to show up for our small business community, and you all being here tonight says that they mean something to us.
Local vendors and artists are the focal point here, and there's a wide variety of wares to choose from. I love the way that more and more spaces in the downtown area are being activated to bring people together. There's a bubbling undercurrent of culture that's pushing the city forward, and I'm here for it. Richmond Night Market is held on the second Saturday of every month, April through December. Check it out. All right, so we all know it gets hot in Richmond in the summer, but some areas of town actually get 16 degrees hotter than others just a mile away.
A heat island is an area in the city where it's significantly hotter than the surrounding areas. It can be because of impervious surfaces like asphalt, parking lots, and things that absorb heat and then re-emit it back into the air. And then it can also be because of low amount of tree coverage. So in areas like these parking lots, there's not a lot of trees, not a lot of canopy to provide shade. There's a lot of heat islands in Richmond, and it's actually more common to find in cities. But in some of these areas, and I talked to some people with the Science Museum about this, Jeremy Hoffman and Jennifer Gill, they were really helpful. In some of these areas, there's literally a 16-degree difference between one neighborhood and another neighborhood that's just a mile away. And so when you start to see differences like these, where there's such a large gap, obviously there's going to be different health outcomes, there's going to be different levels of income where maybe they can or cannot get air conditioning and go to cooling stations like libraries and things like that to cool down. There's vulnerability that we have to look for, which is going to be in younger kids. I'm talking 1 to 5 years old, and then also older adults and people with chronic illnesses beforehand. Those are going to be people that are more susceptible and more vulnerable to the heat. I think the hottest neighborhoods in Richmond are Scott's Addition, Diamond District, Jackson Ward, Monroe Ward, and Manchester. Those are some of the hottest neighborhoods in the city. In these different neighborhoods, you're going to find differences in the temperatures there versus the rest of the city.
All right, this has been another episode of 8 at 4 presented by VCU Massey Cancer Center, where they invite you to imagine a future without cancer. I'm Will Royer, and I'll see you next time.